Right, and we are live. So super excited. I want to say good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. How are you all doing? Today we're here for another client spotlight series, but today, well, I've got to say, Shauna has been in Grace and I's world for like come up to 3 years. We've been working with this amazing lady on and off, and the progress absolutely amazing. So I think I'm really excited. I know I'm super excited about today's conversation and to introduce the amazing Miss Shauna to you all, because if you don't know about her, you need to know about her, and you're going to hear about her amazing transformation, what she's created online, and we're going to be digging deep as well. So it's going to be an amazing show. So invite people that you know, share this broadcast out. If you know anyone who wants to start a business online, this is the conversation they need to hear to see the process. And we're going to be real and raw, aren't we, Shauna? How are you?
Yes, I'm good. How are you? Thank you.
I'm so good. And as I said, I'm so super excited for this. I can see we've got a few people online already. So massive hello. And as you come on, do say hello and comment, get interactive. We may not be able to see all of your comments straight away because we're using StreamYard, but we promise we will be going back and we'll be interacting as well. I believe Grace is online as well. So massive hello. So good. Now, Shauna, tell us a bit about what you do and who you are.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Shauna Hibbitts, and I'm a bilingual early childhood specialist of over 25 years. So yo hablo inglés en español también.
Yeah.
I have joyfully cared for 10,000 children in my 25 plus year career. And I really enjoy spreading the message of becoming a light source for families and children around the world. So I created the ENannylink in order to reach families across.
Absolutely. And we're going to dig deep because there's so much to this brand and your mission and what you're doing. And it's just evolved and it's evolved. But what I would love to do is take people back to when you first started. So Shauna, as she said, she has worked with hundreds of thousands of children, families, supported them. Now, when we started working with Shauna, Shauna knew that in order for her to reach her mission, she needed to get online, right? It was purely offline, the work you was doing. Then Shauna came to us and she was like, I want to bring this mission, what I'm doing online, and I know it can evolve. And you already had a really great YouTube channel at the time, I remember, where you used to read stories, right? And for families and that as well. So talk to us a bit about why you originally decided to hire Grace and I to help you with that initial early transition.
So I was all over the place. Understand how to bring all the puzzles together. And then I was trying so many different things. I was blogging, I was YouTube, I was on all the social media platforms, and at the time I've never been on social media at all. So I had to learn all of those pieces at the same time, and then I have to figure out which one was going to be the best pace. And didn't know, I knew what the audience was. I just really didn't know what to out at. So all of these things were a mystery, even though I was making content online. So I was so happy when I met Nate in a Facebook, it was a blogging Facebook group, and she told me about you and Grace. And she's like, I think you really need to, if they can help your brand and your presence and your message and what you're trying to do. And I wanted to reach many people. The way is to go online. And I learned from your company that there's so many ways to make money online. I'm so heavily in that right now that like I'm working to get 100% everything that I do in an online presence.
Absolutely. And the transition for yourself has been amazing. And guys, as you come in on, I can see the numbers rising. Please do say hello. If you've got any questions for Shauna, drop them in. I'm sure she will be happy to go back and answer them after. So we're going to talk about some of the things Shauna has going on now. This year alone, you launched your amazing parenting lounge, right? Talk to us a bit about that, who it's for, and the process behind that as well, because that was a big fundamental in helping you create consistent income, having a community that you can pour into as well.
Exactly. So the Parenting Lounge is an online membership site for moms. It launched, I want to say in February. I wrote it up this time last year, November, I believe.
Yeah.
Grace and Charlotte on crafting the plans for it, how it look like. They helped me research platforms, and it's on a platform called the Mighty Networks. And it is a community of like-minded moms. It's a space where you can come at and really let your down, be yourself, really engage with moms, and we get to have really deep discussions about the parenting journey and help each other along the way. What I love about this space is a lot of my moms come back and they say that it is a form of self-care for them to be involved with the Parenting Lounge. It's a form of, it's like a daily that they can go to because they have access to the app right on their phone. So they could hang out anytime. So I create and content designed for them to engage with other, engage. And we also have special guests to come once a month. Every month we have a special guest that comes and visit, and it's live face to face. We also have live parenting topics that we come together every week. We have game night, we have wine downs, in the evening, and so much more.
The Parenting Lounge, I can just vouch, it was amazing, and seeing it come from concept to actual creation and what you do. And I know it gives you so much joy as well, and such amazing things go on. It was actually honoured to be one of your guests, actually, so I love it. Can we talk about, so what was, I know you'd wanted to create some sort of membership for a while, but what was it, do you think, that first held you back? And then what was it about, what did you learn during the process of getting it set up and serving your amazing mums as well? So firstly, what do you think maybe held you back, and what have you learned with that process of creating it and launching it?
I think trusting yourself and trusting that others would trust and believe in my expertise. I think that's the thing. Building up your confidence, your inner self to know that you are bringing the world. I think that was my challenge. You know, we always speak about what we want to do, the lifestyle we want, how we want to get it. We use our gifts, we put something together, and then when it's time to do ourselves to the world, sometimes we struggle with that piece. So I want to say the biggest lesson learned. I have 10 to maybe 15 members at the time. I mean, at the moment, and it's just amazes me. And moms are in there engaging with each other, engaging with the material, showing up on Sundays. Moms that are like, they whole weekend, those 2 pocket hours, 3 to 5 days, to be with you so that we can play online or engage on topics. And one of the things about the Parenting Lounge is it's to be more than a mom, you know.
Yeah.
We speak about the parenting journey. At the same time, we speak about your goals, your aspirations, and what it is it really what you do besides a parent. So that's one of the things that I love, that every parent there value self-care, who they are, what they need to do for what goals or aspirations they're reaching for.
Yeah, I think that's one of the beauties about what you've created in there. It's for mums to go there and be more than, sometimes we have that label, we're a mum, and be more, and you've allowed them to be create a safe space for them to be open and provide them with tools and, you know, guests, etc., to help get to our next aspirational level. So you've created something very special and amazing. And what I'd love you to do after the live, if you could drop the link to the Parenting Lounge for anyone that may be interested, that guys, you will not regret it. Miss Shauna is fabulous and amazing in what she does. Now, you are also working on another project. We'd love to talk to the audience about as well. And this was something when we first started and we met 3 years ago, this was on the board as well. So you have ticked through the list like anything, like your consistency, and I would say your persistence and learning the online realm. Even I remember you used to hate the tech thing. Let's talk about the tech at the beginning. You hated tech, right?
Like a little tech challenge.
Yeah. But now flying, and you're doing it and you're embracing it, and it just came. And I want to touch upon that because I know so many women out there that's putting them off. moving towards our dreams, creating an online realm, but it's something you can figure out no matter what your pace, and you are evidence of being able to do that. You figured out the tech, you've got memberships, you've got, let's talk about your exciting project in which you have a launch on Saturday. You have now, from concept to creation, your book Mismatch Socks. So let's talk about that as well, and the concept behind it, how it works with your brand, and what your book launch on Saturday.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, this was a long time goal of mine. So I've actually written this story 4 years ago. It's been a 10-year goal of mine to become an author, and writing a story. The characters in my book is myself and my sister and I. And writing a story about ourselves, of some versions of some of our childhood, was something that we talk about as children. So it's like a dream come true for both of us. Right? So my book is called My Mismatched Socks, and it's a story about two children learning to embrace their unique, spreading that message to others. And it's something that my sister Sabrina and I constantly did it and still do as adults. So I can show you the cover.
Yes, let's see the beautiful cover. I love it. I can't wait to get my copy for a layer. I just have to say, Grace and I are so proud, because we know so many people have ideas, but as I said, we're going to talk about some of the stuff you just ticked off, and this is such a beautiful part of your legacy, what you're doing, your whole ENannylink brand. You're going into houses globally now with this as well. Beautiful cover.
Thank you, thank you. So yes, it's called My Mismatched Socks. I wrote it, and it's illustrated by Victoria Garcia. There's also a Spanish version available inside. So the first the book is in English, and the paperback, and then the second half of the book is in Espanol, in Spanish. So, yes,
so exciting.
happy.
Oh, you got the I love it, and I know everyone coming on. I've got to give you, Shauna, another round of applause just to get this stage. You know what it's taken, figuring out the whole publishing route, getting your designer, and this is what I want the audience to take on. That when you just go all in and commit to the vision, you can work it step by step, and you'll figure it out. You just got to be willing to be open to see the answers, get the coaching, get the mentoring you help you need, and you'll get arrived to this. So, Shauna, you have your book launch on Saturday, right?
So my book launch is Saturday. We will have the link in there if you're available. It's 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern time. It's an event link, so in that will be 6 p.m. I believe GMT. Believe we're back to 5 hours. And so, yeah, if you can join, that would be awesome. It's going to be in a Zoom-like setting. It's for 1 hour. Wear your mismatched socks. Bring your children, your friends, and your family. You can also pre-order your copy of My Mismatched Socks through that link. You can order a soft copy, a hard copy, or there's another option where, if you would like to, I have a workshop called My Mismatched Socks, and it's adult version. So it's a whole self-discovery workshop itself that I'm launching. And if you would like, you can purchase your ticket for that.
So exciting. And before we sort of go to wrap it up, I really want to talk about when we first worked with you and during, you had this thing, obviously we all have our comfort zones, but being visible was one of the barriers and challenges you had to work with. Working yourself through that, with some love and your self-discovery and doing what you needed to do, the coaching you have now, this year alone, you have a great podcast that is already being monetized within like literally a couple of months. You do that podcast, which is amazing. You have got your membership lounge, you're speaking on summits. Remind me, how much was one of the audience sizes for one of the big summits you were speaking on this summer?
Yeah, so this summer is the first time that I spoke, and it was over 200 people that joined that summit. I was on a panel with other experts at the brink of parents trying to figure out the whole e-learning home, and the company in Cleveland invited me as a panel to kind of speak to the world, calm their ease and their fears, and to give them ideas and implementations that they can do to make their life easier. It was a pleasure doing that.
Amazing. You've also got I have to go back to comments. I know everyone would be spellbound. You've also managed to, you've launched your book, which you have got the launch this Saturday as well, and there's a whole realm about building an additional income with your business around that as well, and also bringing your brand 100% online and touching more lives as well. So visibility is just proof that if you work through the issues, limiting beliefs, whatever it is that may be holding you back, you have the right tools, you have the right support, you can move through it and create an amazing business that's aligned with you, your goal, your vision, your mission. So I just want to congratulate you on that, and you've just done so amazing. The vision board's going to need to be retouched again now, because most of the stuff has actually come to fruition, have to say, right?
Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
Definitely. So Shauna, for anyone that may be curious, what was it like working with Grace and I? For anyone that may be sitting on the fence thinking, what are those two ladies like?
These two ladies are the dynamic duo. They need to be in contact with and working with. My husband, my late husband, entrepreneur himself, and every time he would hear doing or joining for a class with you ladies, and he would always say, stick with them, know what they're talking about. Serious and knee deep into entrepreneur. So it's very easy, relaxing, comfortable. You understand where you meet us where we are. So you knew where I knew that I had a tech challenge. You understood how nervous I was about the visibility. I was able to step out there and do live for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And at first it was, you're going to do a live. I'm like, okay. You're going consistently. Okay. You know, I was nervous, but they held my hand, helped me get through everything. And one of the greatest lessons, or there's like a couple things that I really love and that's really taking and taking your time. Because I remember I'm the type of person who wants everything done in a day. And I remember you would always say that, you know, time takes small. Your program is always designed to meet the needs individually, collectively. And I'm still things from the workshop, from the Think workshop that I took. I came in person in London last year, January, and I'm still unpacking everything. My the podcast that I'm on, 1/3 co-host, is called The Heart of Chat, and we actually designed a whole podcast around one of Grace and Charlotte's saying, which is you never want a secret.
Yes.
And whole podcast around that. And I remember I set it out one day, and my co-hosts were like, "What did you say?" And they notebooks and they wrote it down, and I was like, "My coaches in London says you never want to be the best." You know, that. So yeah, we did a whole that, you know. And the other thing, what you do, outsource the rest. There's so many things that just stayed with me, and I'm still going to my notes. I'm still, you know, it's a lot of value is what you ladies, a lot of very talented, very, you know what you're talking about. When the pandemic hit and quarantine hit and shut down, this bright light was on you, was already on you, but it was so bright. If anybody didn't realize that Grace and Charlotte knew you better get your business 100% online, they knew that day.
I love it, Shauna. I love it. And it's such an honor, because you've done the work, and you've done it and seen the progress, and you've got yourself out there, and you've just always been a joy to work with. Grace and I just love you with every cent of our being, like all of our fiber. And also it was an honor to have the podcast around what we share and what we see. That was, I think that made the month. It still made my year. So again, thank you. And I want to share, for those of you that don't know Shauna, you need to go and follow her. We're going to make sure we drop all the links below. And again, she has a book launch on Saturday, so you have to be there. You have to be there. Shauna delivers the most utmost value. As you can see, she's got the most warmest personality, so it's going to be a ton of fun. And bring the family. We're all having to do events and things online now, so this is another thing. You have to adapt and go with what the times and work with what you have, and it can still be just as amazing. So this is a chance for the families to get together, celebrate, get this amazing book, and just we are in honour of everything you're doing, Shauna. So for those of you that do want to follow you, where can they find you?
So you can find on Instagram as Ms. Shauna. And everywhere else, you can look up ENannylink, my website. If you go to my website at ENannylink, you'll be able to find all my social media handlers there. And the podcast is called The Heart of Chat. We just recently made a leap on Facebook. Look at the face, you know.
I know, coming back.
My favorite. I got to go back to Facebook. I took a little break. I'm coming back.
We're happy to have you back on Facebook.
Yes. So you can find me on Facebook as well.
Amazing. So we'll drop all those links there down below. Again, drop the link for the book launch on Saturday. Also, if you're curious with working with Grace and I, will drop an application link down there as well. So I want you guys, all of you watching, thank you so much for joining us as well. If you have questions about how Shauna's done it, how to get involved with particularly her Parents Lounge, big endorser, then please feel free to reach out to her. I'll reach out with one of the links as well. And share this live, invite people in to watch it, because I think it's so inspirational when you can see that someone had a complete offline business, would be able to bring it online, evolve it, and, you know, just continuously be living her mission and her vision and her gift, because you have a gift with children as well. So this is what you're able to do now. So it can be done. And as you said, online, spotlight, online, if you didn't know before, online is the way to be going.
Yes.
Any last words you want to share, or anything you want to say, Shauna, about anything you're doing? Please go ahead. The floor is yours.
I just want to thank you for being in my. And lastly, even if you're not involved in a particular program with Grace and Charlotte, the one thing they always told me was, we are always here for you. And it's true. I need them, I find or a message, a question, or they're there for you. So it's more as the programs they provide. They're really mind, body, and soul, heart want to see you succeed.
Oh, Shauna, do you want to get me emotional? Like, it's only midday here. I haven't got the time. Oh, thank you. And this is why we do what we do, and we love what we do. It's to work with amazing ladies like you. And yeah, one thing we say to all ladies, you come into our world, you never get rid of us. We're your cheerleaders for life. We want to always see all of you win. So thank you, Shauna, for being you, for being so amazing. And just, we are here cheering you on. And I can't wait for Saturday. And all you amazing viewers who've joined us today, thank you. Make sure you go follow, do what you need to do, and get in this ladies' world. All right. Until another episode, we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.